welcome to second recording of Sweet Nothing. You know, I just filmed this, and I wanted it a little hot up here, but maybe this won't work. Who the hell is the IT guy here? Last one didn't have any sound, and it was all out of focus. Now, what am I supposed to do? Stand here? Lean on this thing? Alright. Well, anyways, Taylor Swift's Sweet Nothing. Look, she's doing a heart. Oh, so cute. So, anyways, I think, for this song, it's kind of like a lullaby. It's kind of fantasy. I feel like this is a song that she aspires to in the face of reality of what she currently goes through, because this song says that people are always talking in her ear, and when people talk in your ear, after a while you're gonna listen to them. That's just the way it works. I've had experience with that. I mean, I don't listen to people generally, but people I've been with, but I don't know, neither here nor there. That's on them. That's not really on the unbeliever. I don't know. I'm in the kitchen humming. That's right. Here we go. I'm going to start off with the lyrics. I spy with my tired eye, tiny as a firefly. Okay, so she's seeing something and she's tired. Firefly, tiny as a firefly, but then here we go. A pebble that we picked up last July. So maybe she was just taking, she spies, making a rhyme, and then to the pebble. Firefly is bright, it's small, and then she goes from a pebble that's small, it's not bright, that we picked up last July, which brings the brightness back in, right? Because that's saying that something is positive. Down deep inside your pocket, we almost forgot it. Okay, so last July, so what month is it now? Is it like past the next July? I get confused when people talk about last week, I guess. Last Friday. Not this past Friday, but the last Friday. I don't know. Anyways, that stuff throws me off a little bit. Does that ever miss Wicklow sometimes? Oh. So what, are they talking about their love? Does it miss Wicklow? I don't know what Wicklow is. It's a place. Does the pebble miss Wicklow? I don't know if the pebble had feelings. It probably does if it was taken without its consent, because this day and age, you need to get your consent for anything. You want to take a pebble, you got to ask that shit. Serious. If you're in a spirit, whatever, you don't want to take. There's a whole magic thing going on with all that, but that's a whole other discussion. We're talking about this fantasy lullaby that she's singing. Okay, so they said the end is coming. Everyone's up to something, right? So people are saying that your relationship's going to be over because that guy's up to something. But then she's also saying that those people are up to something, right? So maybe they want to get with her and they're just talking trash, so then they can have her all to themselves. Outside they're pushing and shoving. You're in the kitchen humming. Okay? Yeah, everyone's fighting. You're not. So that's a good thing. So she's, on the positive note on this. All that you ever wanted from me was sweet nothing. That's great. Have a relationship where, you don't want anything but just sweetness, right? On the way home, I wrote a poem. You say, what a mind. This happens all the time. Ooh, ooh. That's great, right? So, he's giving support. And it sounds like he's always giving support. Yeah, because they said the end is coming. Everyone's up to something. So this is conflicting with what you know, what they said, but she still thinks it is going to happen. So it's like a self-destruct waiting to happen. I find myself running home to your sweet nothings. See? So she's running home because she's scared that these people are right, but then outside they're pushing, shoving. You're in the kitchen humming. So humming is like a relaxing thing. So who's right there? All that you ever wanted from me was nothing. Right. So I mean, yeah, it's always tough. There's always so many things in your face, especially if at her level, any famous people level, and smooth talking hustlers out glad handing each other, right? So people that are lying and they're high fiving each other for getting over on the other person. You know, that's how this world is in a sad way. Not everyone's like that, and that's why you got to find the little pebble that you put in your pocket, but don't forget about it. And the voices that you implore, you should be doing more. Should you be doing more, Taylor? To you, I can admit that I'm just too soft for all of it. Ooh. Okay, so, yeah, it's because they're lying to you and you come home and you find out that they're not lying, and then you still think that they are right, but you're too soft, right? You're too gullible, you're not for the cutthroat industry, which many of these who wants to be famous, who wants to be a millionaire, billionaire consist of, because that's what it is. It's hard to trust anybody. Okay, I find myself running home to your sweet nothing. Outside they're pushing and shoving. You're in the kitchen humming. All that you ever wanted from me was sweet nothing. They said the end is coming. Well, don't listen to them. They said the end is coming. Again, wow, this repeat, the reverb. Everyone's up to something. Everyone's up to something. So this is probably what happens to her in all her relationships. She listens to other people and then brings it to the relationship, and it has no bearing on it whatsoever. So, I don't know, or not, but I'm just relating it to myself with, things that I've been through. I find myself running home to your sweet nothings. I don't know if I was ever giving sweet nothings. It was nothings. I don't know if it was sweet. I mean, if you thought about it and looked at it in an artistic way, it was. Outside they're pushing and shoving. Outside they're pushing and shoving. You're in the kitchen humming. You're in the kitchen humming. All that you ever wanted from me was sweet nothing. But she left. She's gone. Because she made this song probably before her current situation. So she's just, singing a lullaby to go to sleep so she could sleep well. And this is her dream. She wants someone that, that's in the kitchen humming. It's whether she's looking at it in retrospect or it's something that she's always wanted and she's never had. Maybe this is like a point that she wants to get to, and who doesn't want to sweet nothing? Who doesn't want pushing and shoving? Just kidding. Who doesn't want to be humming in the kitchen? I love humming in the kitchen with a little wine or a little water, no wine, or a little cucumber. Yeah, making dinner for the fam, for the loved ones. It's all good. It's fun. Love it. Enjoy it. Hope you get it. Hope this next one's the one. Sweet nothing.